Hi, I'm Jennifer. Welcome back to the channel. If you're watching this video, I am assuming that you've watched the previous video where we're talking about whether psychology is really the right course for you or not, and what you should be asking yourself before you even enroll. So if you have not watched that video, I highly encourage you to do so, because this video is going to be building upon the information shared in that previous video. Let's get into it. What are the pros and cons of getting a psychology degree in Kenya? I'm going to start with the pros and then we are going to move on to the cons. The pros of getting a psychology degree in Kenya are several. The first one is that you can work in a variety of places. Anywhere where there are people is a place that you could potentially work. It doesn't matter whether you're coming in as a trainer, if you're coming in as a therapist, if you're coming in as a consultant. As long as there's a place where there are people, you can apply your psychology degree. So for example, if you go to a workplace, a school, a hospital, prisons, all these are places where people need mental health services. And if you have a psychology degree, then it can come in handy for you to provide those services. The other thing is that psychology has very many different branches that you can specialize in. So there are people who specialize in forensic psychology, child psychology, and after specializing, you can build your expertise in that particular branch of psychology that you've picked. And by building your expertise, of course, you make yourself very unique. It gives you the opportunity of being the expert in one particular subject that many people are not. The third thing is you can combine different skills with your psychology degree to form a very unique career path for yourself. For example, I have had people who do things like therapy for ex-convicts. Nobody in a psychology program is going to tell you, now we are going to give you the opportunity to study therapy for ex-convicts. Nobody tells you that. But you, as a person with a psychology degree, you can decide, I am going to focus my services specifically on ex-convicts, and then you can provide services to them. The moment you do that, you create a path for yourself that is unique to you, is unique to your strengths, and enables you to cater to people that you like working with. And that is just an example. There are many other different things that you can do with your psychology degree. There is no one path that will be cut out for you because you have a psychology degree. And that is a good thing. It means that you can pick a path for yourself that suits your capacities, that goes with your strengths, that helps you do the best work that you can. So don't feel like you're closed in on, just because you're a therapist, you have to do the mainstream things. You have to go and do addictions counseling, or you have to go and focus on trauma, or focus on any other like mainstream kind of therapy. You don't have to. You can create your own path by making use of your psychology degree. You can use your degree to work in other fields other than one-on-one therapy. Maybe focus on marketing, focus on HR and hiring, talent development, all those things. You can focus on having a psychology degree and maybe going into tech, maybe developing apps and developing software. Psychology degree does not limit you. You can use it to work in other fields outside of therapy. Again, don't feel that just because you have a psychology degree, you have to be a therapist working with clients one-on-one. You don't have to. You can use your degree to explore other fields out there. Something I've seen that is becoming popular is people using psychology degrees to get into research, and then they work with organizations that require data for them to make decisions in their businesses. You can become a data scientist in this new era of machine learning and artificial intelligence. All those things require a lot of research. All those things require a lot of analytical skills. Once you have a psychology degree, you can focus on becoming a researcher. And becoming a researcher can open up a very wide variety of opportunities for you. If none of those other options sound like something you want to pursue, you can focus on becoming a lecturer or a teacher of psychology at a university, at a college, at any institution. That is a path that some people choose, and it's also a very important path, because remember, at the end of the day, somebody has to teach the things that we know. So you can decide to further education and become a lecturer and get into academia, write books about psychology, educate people about psychology, work in the academic space. Psychology is a very fulfilling career because you get to see yourself making a difference in other people's lives. And I don't think anything beats that. I don't think anything can be more fulfilling than hearing somebody say that you have actually made a difference in their lives. So yeah, that is a benefit of having a psychology degree. Last but definitely not least, on the pros of having a psychology degree is that you never have to retire, especially if you do one-on-one therapy. You can do one-on-one therapy till you're old and for as long as you want. Nobody can come and tell you you're too old now to be practicing psychology. Actually, there are people who prefer older people to offer them psychology services, the therapy services. So that is a good thing. That's a good thing. So consider that could be your retirement plan as well. And yeah, I think that's a good thing. Let's go to the disadvantages, the cons of having a psychology degree. If you don't have some experience, most employers will not give you a job. You will tarmac like there's nobody's business. That is just the reality. If you don't have like you're just green, you've just come from school, you've graduated, you have zero experience, it's gonna be a bit difficult getting a job. But it's not impossible. Even when you have experience, it will still be a bit challenging to get a job in the beginning. And I don't know where the problem is, because when you think about how many people are seeking mental health services, how mental health professionals are on demand, and then you find organizations are not hiring, that really does not do the math. I don't understand where the problem is between those two realities, and they exist. So I don't know why that's an issue, and I'm not discouraging you. I'm just telling you that that is part of the reality. One thing you should remember is that having a psychology degree on its own will not help you much. You need to have extra trainings on different things to make that degree even stronger. And you will hear that people will say when they graduated, they went and got a certificate in trauma counseling. Others went and got some certificates in addictions counseling to supplement their degree. And that is the reality of having a psychology degree. Your degree on its own is worth very little. You have to add things to it for it to become stronger, for it to support you even when you're looking for a job. If you decide to get into private practice, you will have to learn a set of skills that you were never taught in school. And that time might feel very difficult, and it can feel very confusing, especially because you don't know where to start. You don't know, it's a business, and maybe you've never started a business before, and you don't have any mentors to help you start the business. That can be the difficult part of going into private practice. So again, that is another con of having a psychology degree, in that there are some things that you will not be taught that might be very valuable for you once you graduate. So consider looking out for information that supports the things you want to do. The last con of having a psychology degree is that you will not become a multimillionaire from this profession unless there are other things you're doing to supplement that psychology degree, or you're doing other things outside one-on-one therapy. So don't assume that when you start working with clients and you're seeing clients day by day, that at some point you're going to become extremely wealthy from seeing clients one-on-one. You will notice that the counselors that you know, the mental health professionals that you know, the psychologists that you know who are very wealthy, they don't just see clients one-on-one. They have other things that they do. You can make a decent living, you can live a comfortable life, but you won't be living like a celebrity unless you become a celebrity psychologist. So again, that's another route you can explore. I don't know how to get there though, because I'm not a celebrity psychologist. So yeah, that is the information I have for you on the pros and cons of having a psychology degree. If you are considering getting a psychology degree, I will highly recommend that you think about the reasons behind why you're getting a psychology degree. And if you feel that it is the right decision for you, I am very happy that you will be joining us in this profession. It is really good. It is a profession that can make you very happy on most days. It is a profession that can bring you a lot of fulfillment and help you meet many people that you never would have ever met in other professions. But there's a video I have attached in the description box where I give you a few pieces of advice that will make your time easier as a psychology student, so that by the time you graduate, things are not as bleak as you might think. Things will be much easier. You will feel confident to go and pursue the dreams that you are working towards. And yes, please watch that video. You're going to really enjoy it. If this video has been useful to you, please share it with a friend. Share it in your WhatsApp groups. Be the first person that shares psychology information in your circles. Be the person who everybody knows will be sharing some psychology content at some point. It is important that we make this information available for everyone, so that nobody feels left behind, nobody feels like they are alone. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful time.